Good evening, my non-existent viewers. I just got home from seeing Borderlands, just directed by Eli Roth, and stars Kate Blanchett, Kevin Hart, Jamie Lee Curtis, and Ariana Greenblatt, and Jack Black as Claptrap. And it's the adaptation of the popular Borderlands franchise, the video game series. I saw we've seen the trailers for this film, over the past couple of months, and it seemed really promising at first, but not gonna lie, the closer that we got to the film's release date, the more the excitement dwindled. Like, I heard this film was PG-13 rated, and I was like, oh, I've never played the Borderlands games myself, but that was kind of red flagged me because I already knew that the games were rated M. And then I did not watch any movie reviews for this film, nor did I actually read any critic reviews on IMDb or Rotten Tomatoes. But I did see the thumbnails on YouTube about how this film has a 5% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. It currently has a 9% rating on Rotten Tomatoes, and how it's just bombing horrendously at box office. Despite that, I still decided to give this film a chance just to see, is this film really gonna be as bad as everyone's making it out to be? And like I said, I've never played the Borderlands games, but maybe I did myself a favor by not doing so, because I probably would have hated this movie even more if I did. Just, the action scenes. The one good thing about Borderlands is there's some interesting choreography and some cool moments in the action scenes during the film when there's when they're in the canyons on Pandora, which I'm very curious. What came first, the Borderlands games or James Cameron's blue people Avatar? Did James Cameron rip off Borderlands or vice versa? Anyways, there are some cool moments, but again, you get those cool moments in the game. And like I said, this film is PG-13. The Borderlands games are rated M. You don't need to make a film R-rated to make it good. I've been saying that on this channel for years. Just because a movie's rated M, just because a game is rated, just because a movie is rated R, just because a video game is rated M, or a TV show is rated MA, doesn't automatically make it good. You don't need loads of blood and violence and profanity and sex and nudity and drug use to make a good film. But if it's going to be an adaptation, you should make it faithful to the source material. So Borderlands deserved an R rating, for its film adaptation. That's slapping a PG-13 rating on a SpongeBob movie. That would just be stupid. And oh my goodness, the casting in this movie, what were they thinking? I mean, I love Kate Blanchett. I love Jamie Lee Curtis. Kevin Hart, I don't hate the guy as much as everyone else does nowadays. I think he's a pretty good actor, but everyone in this film just seemed really, really out of place. They just didn't want to be there. The acting was so wooden. Tiny Tina's character, Tiny Tina, who's played by Ariana Greenblatt, was insufferable. I'm sorry, I couldn't stand her throughout the film. She was just super annoying and just this bratty teenager, which I guess is what the film was going for, I suppose. And yeah, this film is an hour and 42 minutes long, and it feels way long. And again, there was some when there was a cool action scene, it was just followed up by just bunches of just sloppy dialogue that didn't make any sense. They go to this place and they go to this place and they go to that place, and this thing happens and the villains show up and the villains are super wooden, forgettable. Just, oh boy, this film did have some promising from the advertising, a couple of months ago, and Jack Black as Claptrap. It's there's some really awkward humor throughout this film. I only chuckled very slightly at this one moment between Claptrap and Kate Blanchett at the start of the film, but that was about it. And oh my gosh, this film was filmed before the whole Tenacious D controversy in Australia, with Jack Black. So maybe that's another reason why the film is bombing as horrendously as it is, because people just don't want to support Jack Black anymore. But I digress. I am giving Borderlands a 2 out of 9 stars. It's an unlikable film. Like I said, I've not played the Borderlands games, but from my knowledge, from my very cursory knowledge of Borderlands, because I have seen I've been a huge Far Cry fan for years, and if you've been watching my YouTube videos since high school, if you've seen my Far Cry 4 Let's Play or my Far Cry Pro Let's Play that I did back in my sophomore junior at MHS, you probably know that. I've been told by Borderlands fans hey, if you love Far Cry, you're gonna love Borderlands. I feel Borderlands, just for its graphics and its art style, would have made a better like TV like MA like animated series for Adult Swim, then it would translate into a movie. To any Borderlands fans who are watching this video right now, do you agree with me on that? Yes, no, maybe so. Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm like it's 12:30 and I should really keep my voice down. Have a good night. Stay beastly.